Hey everyone, Jim T. Graham with RC Groups. Today we're back with Mike from Robart. What's happening, Mike?
Hey, Jim, what's going on, bud?
So the rumor is this is the last of our micro series retract that we're looking at. Is that correct?
That is correct. We're gonna put a nose gear on those mains that we talked about last week, so that if you're flying some of those foamies out there this winter, you've got a nose gear instead of just maybe you got a tri gear with the nose instead of a tail dragger. You can put that nose on there.
So are these applicable to any plane that a modeler might have the ability to just add something to, add
Yep.
retracts onto?
Yeah, that's so these are for the real small aircraft. So they're electric or gas. The smaller ones, typically today's modeler, these are going to be electric, small electric planes, and they can add them to it. You can put this nose gear on a rail mount or a belly or firewall, all of that. So it is it's usable for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at it.
Yeah, all right. Let me flip my camera over. So, what we got is the part number 124. This is the micro gear nose or nose gears. Okay. What you're going to get in your package are the nose gear, 2 Allens, and 8 screws. You're going to get a grind flat instructions. So when you want to install the like if you're going to install an axle on here with an axle adapter, right? You can do that. You're going to get your spare parts list, and then you're going to get. Unfortunately, the one I have is a bad copy, but you're going to get an instructions booklet also with typed out instructions in here. Okay. Nose gear. It's a push-pull steering. It is mechanically driven off of this connection point right here. And so push to deploy the gear and then pull to retract it. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, your screws you're going to have, so you've got, if you just want to do a belly mount or a rail mount, you've got 4 screws here. If you want to do a firewall mount, you have the ability to, you would have to drill through here, and that's why we give you 4 extra. So if you wanted to do a belly and firewall mount. In your instructions, it is hard to see it, but right down here is a scale cutout template. So if you want to cut this out, that is the exact template for the front mount here. So if you need to mark things up on the firewall, you could do that as well. All right.
Got it.
Now, the bigger Allen, and I'm going to do it on the non-steered side, is for this set screw right here. That set screw is the tensioner for the steering for your wire. So if you need, right now I've got it very loose. If you want to tighten it up, you would use this set screw for that on both sides.
And that you just get it where you need it to point.
Correct. Now, the small Allen is for the pull for your push-pull, the steering arm itself. Okay. So you can tighten and loosen that to get that to the point where you want it for your steering. All right. Now it is a 100 degree. Yeah, 100 degree angle of deployment. So you're going to have a little nose forward on it. Okay. If you want to tighten up your tension on the deployment or retraction, you can use the small Allen on this set screw right here. Okay, so that's what the Allens are for. That's what the screws are for. You do have a nice connection point on your steering arm. That slides for so as you deploy and retract your gear.
Got it. Move up and down.
Yep. So that's what we got. Any questions?
It's so simple.
It is. It's really simple. It's really easily installed, and it's a great gear. It's been around forever. It's it's been around forever when we start talking about half a landing gear, right?
Right.
So, yeah.
And then the one thing they're going to need is some tool to bend the wire to put the wheel on.
Yep, you have to bend your wires. So you heat it up, bend it, and then let it cool back down. Like we've talked about before, we've got the different clevis attachments, clevis rod ends. So for your attaching for the servo to the connection point up here for your retraction and deployment.
Got it. And then while we're here, let's go take a look at the website. This is number 124, as Mike already said, and we are at robart.com. You can use the search box right here and go directly to the unit and order it for not that much money.
No, it is. It's really economical. We're known for our larger gear, our big pneumatics, and our electric gear, but we can't forget about the smaller stuff for multiple reasons. One, youngsters that are trying to get into the hobby and you want to try putting some retracts on a plane, you could do it for a very economical price. Jim, why don't you jump back to part number 123? And so we kind of give an idea of a tri-gear set. So that the mains were 32. The nose is 20, call it 25 for easy numbers. You're talking $57, and you could put a set of retracts in some of your smaller planes, your foam planes, right?
Right. A great entry, especially for a younger pilot, just to get an idea of how everything works.
Right. So something to think about as we got fall weather coming in. It's been nice and cool up here at night. And if you're starting to think about what you're going to do this winter, if you're doing some indoor flying, great product for that.
Awesome. Let's jump back to our mains. Everyone, we've been talking to Mike from Robart. We have been looking at part number 123, but primarily part number 124, the micro nose ear, 1/2 nose gear, not nose ear, half A.
You got it.
And you can find it all at robart.com, among other things. So next week, we are going to talk about larger things. And stay tuned for that. Hit subscribe and like and all those things. And be sure and click on the link that will be in the description and head on over to Robart. Also, I'll have a link to a feature article. And I think that's it. Anything else, Mike?
That sounds great. Hey, just keep your eye on our website. We've got some new products coming down the line. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. There's some good stuff coming soon. Okay?
Okay. Awesome. Good little tip. Everyone, I'm Jim T. Graham with RC Groups and Mike with Robart. We appreciate y'all, and we'll talk to you next week.
Have a good day.
Or next time.